excited for it. It's going to cost over $1,000, very likely.
You hear that, Dreamcast guy, too?
Aren't really that much more powerful than a PlayStation 5, but the weirdest part of it is that it will not have a disk drive.
Where's my physical media, bro? Where's my physical media, bro? I mean, this is starting to sound like how Denzel did at the end of Training Day. Y'all gonna be swimming in digital games and cloud gaming. That's what's going on here, man. Look, all you ponies, I thought y'all bought physical games. I thought y'all were collectors, you know? I mean, y'all gonna be swimming in digital and cloud games. I mean, at this point, you guys ain't nothing but glorified PC gamers. We buy physical media. Why they out here pulling your games off shelves? Downsizing, 400 GameStops closing in your honor. Like I said, make sure you hold on to your fossils now. Hold on to your fossils, you know, your artifacts, you know, because you're going to have to dig in the ground for this. I'll tell you this, man. I try to tell you, you dinosaurs are extinct.
Also, the internal storage is still only 1 terabyte. Now, I want to break down all of this because it does.
Because they don't want you owning your games, and I guarantee they're going to opt you guys out to cloud gaming. That is the future of gaming. I know as much as you people say, no, it's not. They're going to just let us own our games digitally. No, that's the trap. What do you fools don't understand? Next is going to be digital, right? And then the next one is going to be cloud gaming, to where it's not going to matter where you're playing your games. That's why Microsoft has told you it doesn't matter. Everything's an Xbox. You guys still don't get what's going on here, but it's okay, man, because I understand you dinosaurs are going extinct. You're still holding on to your little precious dinosaur eggs, but guess what? 99.9% of gamers do not care about it, and that's the harsh reality.
PlayStation 5 Pro, when you buy it today, it has a 1 terabyte storage and also no disk drive. You got to buy a disk drive separately. The game size could be reduced with...
You know, that's going to drive the cost down, you know. We're going to make sure that without the disk drive, it's going to be under $1,000.
Texture compression. Now, this is a thing a lot of developers have been talking about. Obviously, if you've ever tried, there is an importance to aiming at the luxury market. You know, that's when Xbox...
No, it's not that it's luxurious. It's the fact that you guys don't matter, man. And you know what's funny? They're letting the hardcore gamer pay for it. They're like, yeah, well, we're not out here subsidizing hardware. There's not enough for you guys to go out here and buy these games, so that's why we have you opted out to the subscription service. So at the end of the day, of course, the consoles are going to go up, especially with the RAM shortages. It is what it is, because nowadays they don't have to sell these consoles at a loss because free-to-play games make up more than the vast majority of the money that both these companies are making. And this is why I told you that there's no such thing as a console war, because ain't nobody competing. What do you guys don't get? You guys are thinking like it's the Super Nintendo. Oh, you got Mega Man? We're gonna have Vector Man. Super Nintendo had Final Fantasy? We got Phantasy Star. You got Final Fight? And we got Street of Rage. Those days is over. It doesn't matter, man. Pick up your preferred platform and let it be. Let it be Xbox, PlayStation, PC. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, you guys are all going to be playing the same games. That is what's going on here.
Started releasing those like $200 special edition controllers. What is it?
And who was buying them? Ding, 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 ding. Good answer, Carl. You ponies. Y'all were the ones buying these games. And now y'all want to talk crap about Starfield, but yet it's the top pre-order. We're going to show that. It's the top pre-ordered game on PS5. I thought y'all hated the game. So you know what that means? That means you just was capping for the past 3 years that this game was out, just so you ponies can finally buy it on PlayStation. I mean, that's ridiculous. Now, mind, I don't really care if the game's going there. I still have access to it if I want to play it. But the point is like, you guys was hating on a lot of these Xbox titles, and now that they drop it on PS5, now all of a sudden you're the biggest fans of them. That is the definition of a hypocrite.
Xbox Elite controller. And I always thought it was crazy, but PlayStation has copied that motif. Now PlayStation has their own $200 controller, the PlayStation Edge.
I mean, you guys are already paying upwards to $100 for games. You should see how much money they spend on these Madden Superstar editions to get that extra VC so they can put it in their character. They're already spending that. So when you guys say that it's ridiculous that people spending $100 of games, $100, they've already done it. How many people go out there and buy the deluxe edition of these games, the Superstar Madden 26 edition that comes with the points that you can put on your My Superstar team? You know, $200 version of a game that ain't even on the disc, and then you wonder as to why companies are doing this? Come on, bro. The proof is right there in front of you, dummy.
So it seems like these companies, they're in the spot where they think that, okay, instead of trying to sell the most games to the brokies, I guess, we're going to try and sell the most expensive product to the highest caliber people.
No, they're not. No, they're not. Because they don't care at the end. Because guess what? Half these new devices that they got coming out, and this is why I know console gaming is over, is that most of the games could be ran on a Nintendo Switch, for crying out loud. Fortnite, all these games that you guys see coming out, these are like last generation titles. All you're going to get is an optimized version. You know, it's the same phone, but just with a little bit more features.
The reason I just think this will not work is that
console gaming is just
themselves over and over and over again
here we go.
Say, we aim at the biggest pool of players. If there are 10 million people playing on PC, we're going to optimize the hell of it on PC.
With the excuses,
that's why,
Jimmy.
Even though the Xbox Series X technically has more power than the PlayStation 5,
with the excuses,
the PlayStation 5
Jimmy.
looks better every single time.
That is not true. What about Space Marine? That looked way better on the Series X on PS. What about RoboCop? That game ran better on Xbox than it did on PlayStation 5. I know because I played both versions and I 100%ed them, and the game ran better on Xbox. Now, mind you, it's a case-by-case basis, but I'm not going to sit there and have that argument with you because I really don't think it matters. Okay, PlayStation 5 wins here, Xbox wins there. So what? Who cares? At the end of the day, you're still playing the same games. Well, the PlayStation 5 version dropped in 2 frames. Oh my goodness. Imagine if gamers were like this back then. You know, well, the 64, this version's better than the one on PlayStation 1. It's still the same game, dude. Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, okay. What about that compressed audio on that Resident Evil 2, though? But the graphics is better. Only when you got the expansion pack.
It runs better. It is cleaner. It just
I can't believe these type of gamers, image. Man.
That's because there are 90 million PlayStation 5s, which means developers are like, okay, if we're making games, we're going to make it look best where it sells best. That's where we're going to focus our intentions. Because
I don't think that's how it works, but okay.
That's where we're going to get the most reward and payback for our work. So I almost feel like...
Oh, yeah, because you know what? Matter of fact, you're right. Because they got paid back on that Concord. Oh, yeah, speaking about Sony being paid back, let's talk about how Marathon is doing quite bad right now. Where the PlayStation fanboys when you need... I forgot. They're too busy picking up Xbox games instead. That's what y'all doing. Y'all don't even like your own games. I mean, at this point, PlayStation ain't nothing but a disgrace. You guys say that Xbox is ruining the identity, but you know what's funny? You see that PlayStation symbol? You might as well put an X. You know what? You know what? I think it's about time we start using it. You ever heard of the term PSX? Y'all like, oh my goodness, Gabe said, we finally got the PSX! We had the PS1, and now we got the PSX. Now we can officially use it. PSX was prophesized during the PlayStation 1. Who would have known that we could call the PlayStation future devices the PSX? Only old school gamers are going to actually get that reference, but you get my point.
If the PlayStation 6 is trying to be this expensive, if it requires an external disk drive, probably like really expensive controllers, probably some weird extra crappy peripheral they're going to try and invent, I do feel like a lot of people are going to start saying, okay, I'll stay with my PlayStation 5. And
they don't care because you're still buying the same games and it's cross-generation. It is what it is. It's just like, I'm not buying the new Apple phone. Okay, continue to support and pay that bill on the old one. These people really don't understand what's going on here. You guys are stupid. You guys are so caught up in this console war, you don't even realize that these companies do not care about you. They never did. While you guys out here complaining, I can't afford a new Xbox and PS5 will continue to give them money for the old model. It's the same thing what's going on with Switch 2. Well, look at that. I'm paying $50. I'll stay on my Switch 1. And Nintendo's looking at you like, okay, dummy, you're paying us for having less features because you don't even have access to Game Chat, let alone the GameCube service that we have for this Switch 2. Well, you're still paying us $50 with the expansion pack to play them old 64 games. But you can't have access to the GameCube because you didn't buy the Switch too.
Kind of think if there's more people with PlayStation 5s than PlayStation 6s, they're still going to optimize it for that.
PlayStation 6 ain't even out.
Weirdest that is to think about. Hardware leaker Kepler claims that right now if you get a disk drive...
Look at that. Y'all said I was lying. Look, can't use your disk drive. Something went wrong with registering your disk drive to... I've had this happen. I've literally told y'all that this happened to me, and I have a PS5 Slim. I'm actually quite surprised that he even brought it up to your attention. I've actually had this problem while it was already registered when I didn't use the PS5 for like 2 or 3 months, the Slim model. And this same problem happened, and I had to re-register it. So this shows you that even when you're buying PS5 disc, you won't have access to them unless you register the disk drive online. So what is the point of even physical media on PS5? It's DRM. The last console of actual physical media is the Nintendo Switch. Y'all like, damn, GameStop, for real? That's facts. You have no real physical media. It's done.
Detachable disk drives, they require the internet. And this is not an option. You see here's a PlayStation 5 Pro. When you plug a detachable disk drive into a PlayStation 5 Pro, it has to talk to the internet in order to enable it. This is like...
And when you see that it works, look, effectively bricked until PSN. Look at this. And he already had it access. Look, so you guys want to cap for this. Oh, that's because he's trying to register for the first time. He's trying to register it the first time. Everybody knows you got to register it for the first time. Listen to what it says. Given that my collection is physical, my PS5 is effectively bricked until PSN is up again, which also means that he's already had it. I've had the same problem. I was telling y'all, GameStop with another W. Every time I try to tell y'all something, y'all want to just sit there, throw it under the rug, and act like it's not happening. That's what you fanboys do. But I'm here to tell you that even the physical games you have on your PS5, there's no point. So while you out here pointing the finger at Airbox, understand that PS5 is just as worse.
Part of a legal thing, it basically keeps you from like bootlegging Blu-rays, but...
Doesn't matter. It's gatekeeping me from playing my games. And this is why physical media is dead.
A lot of people just don't like this because it definitely stops future-proofing. It does make it where, essentially, whenever the Sony servers for a particular console go offline, say they flip the giant off switch of PlayStation 4 in 2027, your disk drive becomes inert. All the games, everything, it just literally stops working. Some people are kind of afraid that it's weird to think about the fact that they could react, just basically turn off your disk drive of your console, hypothetically.
Wow.
So when I heard about...
See what I'm saying?
This last year, you can see this was posted September 8th, 2025, all digital future, and it sucks to me that PlayStation really is leading the charge.
Leading the charge? I mean, look at Nintendo. What do you mean they leading? Nintendo led the charge for you. They're like, we got game keys. And guess what? Nothing's going to change. It's like that quote that somebody says. I keep forgetting what it is, but y'all probably lay it in the comment section. They're going to do it, and you're going to like it. That's what it is. You're going to accept mediocrity. It is what it is. That's why I just said, don't care. Buy these games on discount. I don't care, bro. I don't care no more. I got my retro games. I got all my stuff. I'm good, bro. I don't care about spending an arm and a leg for PS5 games that I know you guys can't own. Now, your games have no value. Oh, but they got value. They have no value, bro. 20, 30 years from now, you won't even be able to use it because they don't even support the PS5 Pro no more. It is what it is, man. But like I said, man, you know, they still looking at this with rose-tinted glasses, but real gamers recognize real. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, told you, digital future, and you guys going to take what I said. Listen, digital future, and then the next one is cloud gaming. You heard it from me first. Don't take my credit. Leave my carrots right where they belong, and my flowers. Take care, pony.